Hey guys, welcome to a new art vlog. So today I'm gonna be working on some sculpting. I will be at a horror convention in the summer, and so I'm trying to prep a bunch of stock for that, and so I've been sculpting my little butt off. I'm actually going to stream while I sculpt because, well, sometimes I start streaming and then no one joins and it makes me sad, so I stop. But we're gonna try it out today and see how it goes. I just wanted to show you quickly how I prep my surface for my clay. So this is literally a thing that was on the wall that I took off my parents' wall so I could use it, but it's just a glass surface. I had a different one, but I accidentally shattered it. I was blow drying paint on something and I had it on top and the heat actually shattered it. So don't do that. But I start by taking a blade and I just scrape off any little pieces of gunk, and then I take a paper towel and some rubbing alcohol and I wipe it down. This removes any debris and dust and oils and preps the surface and gets it nice and ready for sculpting. So I'm gonna stream and maybe I'll get some clips while I do that and I'll be back. All right guys, we're back. So no one ended up watching my sculpting stream, so I switched over to my painting stream and I'm finally done with this piece. Am I happy with it? No, not really, but I just need to be done with it. So yeah, this is it. I haven't named it yet, but.
This is very bad lighting, but all done.
Alrighty guys, we're back. I fixed it.
So I quite literally did not explain what that meant. I just broke a little piece of it off and glued it back on. That's it.
Please focus. Thank you. And now I'm just gonna take some pics for it and make my TikTok, finish up my TikTok and get that posted.
Here is a little sneak peek of my TikTok and also just another video of the lighter. If you want to check it out, go drop a follow, and it's also on my YouTube Shorts if you're lazy and don't want to switch apps. This is my stock that I've got growing for the show. These are also all available on my website if you wanted to order one directly. Got some fun ones. So yeah, this is gonna be a growing box. Hello everyone, I just wanted to quickly pop in and show you what I'm working on right now. So this is one of the images of the Jason lighter case. I edited out the background so I can use the image for my website. So after I make those images, I'm able to come into my back office and make a listing. So what I'll usually do is just make a duplicate listing of a similar product and then swap out the important information. So I'm just gonna import the images that I created. I actually think I'm gonna re-photograph these at some point because they're just not the greatest quality, but it will do for now. I like to have the listing up for the specific item that's for sale when I post a TikTok talking about it, just in case. So here I'm gonna come in and just rename it. Did I spell that right? Voorhees? That's not correct. Voorhees! But yeah, so it's already in the correct category and everything, and then it just goes live. So now when I go to my website and I enter my shop, you can see it's the first item on my website, and here's a bunch of my other ones.
Hello, this is really low. We're gonna do a squat? No, hold on. All right, that's better. Me and my painting are outside because I'm going to take photographs of it and some videos and stuff. So this is what it looks like. And I like to come outside during the day to photograph my paintings because I think natural lighting is the best. I feel like that's the general consensus for photographing art. Natural lighting, indirect natural lighting is the most pog. So that's what we're gonna do. I actually put makeup on for this one.
Here's a quick screen recording of me taking pictures on my iPhone 14. I have a camera, I just need to get a new lens because the lens is old. Here's a little video for you guys. We'll do close up. I really like how the moon came out.
What brings you to my basement? So guys, I'm having a slight dilemma, right? So I wanna make a new painting. I wanna do a piece of fan art for my upcoming show, but I wanted to do like a medium-sized painting, so like a 16 by 20, like around that size. But I only have like 9 by 12s and like 24 by 30s. Like this is a big size difference, and I kind of want to work on something in between. And like I'm very like chill with like reusing canvases. Like I reuse my canvases on paintings that I don't care for very often, but I don't have like a canvas like in that size. So I'm like trying to figure out what to do. I don't know, maybe I can like go look and see. Okay, update. I did find this piece that I had from freshman year of college. This is from my intro painting class from freshman year of college, and it's like a fan art for Puya, who's a rapper. I love you, Puya, but this is just gonna sit and rot. So I'm gonna make use of it and fix up this canvas. Okay, so there's really not too much texture on the piece. I'm gonna give it a quick sanding before I gesso over it, just cause I might regret not, so I'm gonna just do it. The inside of this mask smells like earwax. Ew. Wait, I'm not in the frame. After I sand it, I'll take like a wet paper towel and just wipe off the dust, and this just helps smooth it out a little bit, because there is some paint texture. It's not like a super thick coat or anything, so it comes off pretty easy. So there's probably like a little bit of dust left on there, but when I gesso over it, it'll seal it all in. So we're pretty much ready to gesso. Let's do a quick lesson today. If you're not particularly familiar with gesso, it's essentially like canvas primer. It's pretty much like chalk and glue mixed together. This is just some random brand that I got on Amazon, but like, let me show you what I mean. So this is like a canvas, right? It has a little hole in it. Hello everybody, this is modern art. So you can see the texture is white, right? It's white, but the back is this color, because this is actually muslin, which is the fabric that they use to make canvas. So they actually paint gesso over the muslin to like prep it to paint on, because this is just fabric pretty much. Lesson of the day. This is actually a new thing of gesso because I ran out of my old one, so. Oh, I forgot I wanted to mix it with a color. Well, so much for that, but basically you can mix gesso with acrylic paint and it essentially like stains it. I prefer to work on a stained canvas, but I guess the first layer we're doing today is white because I'm a dum-dum. I prefer to use a big brush. It just makes things go a little bit quicker. You can also thin this stuff out with water. So normally I'll start with like a thick layer just to like cover up like the back of the canvas. And then after that, I can go in and do some thinner layers to create like a really smooth texture. And you can kind of bounce back and forth between sanding and canvas prep is actually like super important, and it'll make a difference in the quality of your painting, depending on what you prefer. If you prefer a more textured surface, a smoother surface. I had a friend in college named Allison, who I love, by the way. Shout out to Allison. She would essentially take hours going back and forth, gessoing and sanding until she got this insanely smooth surface. And then by the end of it, her paintings looked like they were almost done digitally because they just had such a smooth texture. This is a very thick gesso. Like, I don't know if you can see. So as you can see, this is like a very thick gesso. It like essentially holds its shape. The previous gesso that I had, which was by Liquitex, was like much thinner. So like, let's say theoretically I left it like this. This would dry very, very textured, which can create a very interesting effect if you're going for that kind of thing with your paintings. But I prefer a much smoother surface, so I like to blend this out. It's also easier to blend out if it's mixed with a little bit of water. Last tip I've got for you is if you're doing multiple layers of gesso, which I would recommend, you should apply one layer in one direction. You don't know you're beautiful. You can apply it like however, and then at the end I'll do all my brush strokes in one direction, and then I'll do my next layer and do all the brush strokes in the opposite direction, and it essentially helps evenly fill in the gaps. This is all kind of like knowledge that I've just gained like with experience. Obviously everyone's experience is different, but I don't think there's that much gesso discourse, so I think everything's fine. All right, we're all set for layer 1, and you definitely want to make sure to fully rinse out your brush when you're done with this, because it dries like dusty and clunky. It'll dry in the bristles, so you should wash it. For my second layer of gesso, I'll start with a little bit of water in the cup. Scoop some out. I sounded like that lady from that episode of Family Feud where she's like, ah, scuba diving. All right, for this second layer, I'm gonna actually add some paint. Oop, that's way too much, because I was saying earlier that I don't like to paint on a white canvas, and that still holds true. So we're gonna add some paint. Generally, you're gonna wanna know what your painting is gonna be ahead of time before you do this, because you wanna pick the undertones accordingly. Oop, it tooted. Hello chat, we're on the floor. This is much thinner than the other concoction. You can see it's much thinner. And so I'm doing it on the floor so I can get an even coat and it doesn't drip. So you can see this is like way thinner. This is much more similar to the texture that my other gesso was. I actually think I prefer this one for a couple different reasons. A, I have the option to do a thicker coat if I want to. And B, I have the option to thin it out if I want to. Also, you're gonna wanna wait until the layer below is completely dry. It takes like an hour. You can also blow dry it, and that'll speed up the drying time by like a lot. Also, side note, this gesso smells good. Not in like it smells like good in like a chemically way. I'm gonna hit this with some heat really quick, because this layer is super thin, so it'll dry quickly. All right, everybody, my canvas is fully prepped. I've got a little sketch going on here, but shh, it's a secret. I don't want to give away any details about my new painting. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know in the comments down below what kind of video you want to see next, or talk about the gesso discourse. I don't know, but yeah, thanks so much for attending class. Woo!